Hello everybody and welcome on the Security Setup Wizard session using executive automats. So as we all know, test automation is very needed and the same sort of level of criticality is for security. And utilizing those two products in the combination gives you very nice synergy. If you're gonna go to your instance of executive automats and you're gonna build your structure for the testing, for the regressions, for the smoke test, and you're gonna simply cover your whole environment with your test cases, then you can reuse them for security creation. What does it mean? So all of your test cases that you created for streams like product and services or warehouse operations, or you've got a different structure and you've created test cases for F&A, product and accounting, and so on, they can be reused and extracted from the security context. So what do we recommend when you've got those two products and you work with that synergy? You create another project called security role creation, and then you are able to clone into that project existing test cases. So I'm able to build here a structure like the following one: finance team, sales, procurement, warehouse department, and underneath which we've got those positions. So this simply means that we are recreating the organizational structure. The structure shows us positions which are employed in those departments. And underneath positions, I'm going to have processes which are handled by quarantine manager, by sales departments, collection manager, sales representative, and so on and so on. The same structure is recreated in Security Setup Wizard. So we've got it here, and from the security perspective, we are just jumping into the warehouse, quarantine manager, and we are loading from executive automate scripts, which we've created for testing. So I can tell, all right, I'm going to use inventory calculation process, include table permissions, and control permissions. All right. We would like to take another process. I'm going to take warehouse on hand check and include. And then you are simply going through the list of the processes to make sure that you've added everything that you wanted. And when this is done, I can simply take them all. I can merge them into one line again, and then create the role. So with that idea, you are using, once again, your test cases to create the security access. And now the quarantine manager, which is handling those three processes, will have a precise role to do only those processes. Of course, we are operating with the least privilege idea, so we are giving as less as it is possible. So we'll do right now another run with the verification if those processes that we recorded, they reflect exactly what the user needed. So this simply means that after we apply these duties, we need to these processes, we need to create duty for quarantine manager. We've got that, and then we are able to create the role for that person. Quarantine manager. This is done, and now we can go to security configuration, to quarantine manager, and we're going to see our duty existing with privileges applied and with some entry points. So now we are doing that reiteration to verify if this is exactly what our quarantine manager needed. Of course, this gives not only entry points, but it gives the controls permission as well. So very deep level. If the quarantine manager tells us that's good, we don't need anything more, we can sign off, continue the list by verifying more and more roles in the organization. So at the end of the day, we'll have a perfect, tailored security roles which going to be optimized from the licensing perspective and the user perspective, the user interface perspective as well. So thank you so much for today. This and much, much more you're going to see on our YouTube channel. And stay tuned on the LinkedIn. We're going to post some smaller materials which are describing the biggest values of tailored security and overall test automation in Dynamics Finance and Operations. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.